Well, greetings everyone. Eli the Restorer back talking about restoring ourselves to wholeness. Today I wanted to continue on about the masculine and feminine essence that exists in every gender. I know there's a lot of controversy about that, about men being too feminine and women being too masculine, but we have a system that we use with our couples where they get an equation or a ratio of their masculine and feminine essence. So one of the things that I notice with human beings, and this is all due to the fall of Adam, from what I've learned in the Kabbalah, when Adam was created, he was created both masculine and feminine. That was before the fall. He was androgynous. After the fall, he became more masculine, and then they took Hava, Eve, out of him. They didn't literally take a rib. That's a misnomer. It was a ribbing. However God does this, he took some of his feminine essence out of him so he could have a union. And that was after the fall, of course, that they were going to have a union, and then they were going to bring it all back together. Well, since the fall, we see men being men here and women being women at the expense of their other essence. And again, when I say masculine essence or feminine essence, just think of the nature of the masculine and the nature of the feminine. The masculine essence is very disciplined, focused, logical, analytical, time-based, pretty much. The feminine essence is she just wants to be. She doesn't want to be on a clock. She doesn't want to be focused on anything. She just wants to be in the moment. And you know, all this mindfulness stuff that's going on out there, there's not a lot of people talking about mindfulness in that regard, but I think the way to get into mindfulness and to really, really be present in the moment is going to come in through our feminine essence, not our masculine, because the masculine's always thinking and busy figuring things out, calculating things, etc., etc. So I wanted to share a little story with you. A couple hours ago, I got a text from my friend Joe. I was going to text him back, and I typed in a Y, and then my phone just froze, and that's never ever happened before. And I thought, uh-oh, because I know I need a new battery eventually. So I plugged it in to the outlet, and it was showing a weird battery charging, so I knew something was up. I took it to a store down the street from me, a T-Mobile store, and this guy, of course, was trying to sell me a brand new phone. He says, well, I could sell you this phone, or you could go Verizon. He told me where Verizon was at. Well, the good news is I walk in, the lady presses number 3, and the phone turned back on, and it's fine. So I didn't need a new phone. So I'm walking back to my car, and to my right is a mani-pedi store. It's really a cool place. It looks like old-time Rome. I thought, you know, I'm out here. I didn't have to buy a phone. I'm going to go get a pedicure. Now, guess which essence inside of me was going to do that? Not Tom. It was Wendy, my feminine essence. So I go in and had a ball. She really enjoyed it, especially the foot massage. Wendy got her pedicure, and because she didn't get a chance to do any pool time today because it was pretty overcast. Now, as I said a little bit ago, guys, my masculine essence part is just tolerating this. Actually, he felt a little embarrassed sitting there at times, you know, with all these women. There's only like 2 other guys in there, which is really cool. We got more guys that are allowing themselves to do this. So one of the things that I want you to think about in your relationships, who do you hang out with for the masculine spark, and which of your friends allows your feminine essence to come out? And as I said in a video recently, there's a masculine essence on the right side because that's the left brain. The feminine essence sits on the left side because that's the right brain. And then there's somebody in the middle. I call it the mediator or consciousness. It's our conscious awareness that we have these 2 entities inside of us, as God did, that we have to balance and mediate between. All work and no play makes Wendy very dull, and all play and no work makes Tom poor. So keep that in mind as you're moving along with these videos. See what you do to allow your masculine side to come out, and what you do to allow your feminine essence to come out. Like, I know Wendy likes to sit by the pool, as we're doing right now. She loves to get a suntan. She craves the beach, loves going to the beach. She loves romance movies, not novels as much, because Tom's busy reading all this stuff. And I had a guy in today in my office who's going through a divorce. He was very masculine, mainly with his wife. Recently, he found somebody new to interact with. This woman is pretty well balanced between her masculine and feminine side. She can be girly when she needs to, and she can be very masculine when she needs to. And this guy's soon-to-be ex-wife was leaning way in toward the feminine, and she really had never developed her male muscle. And this has nothing to do with sexuality, although in some ways it does, because one of the thoughts that I think about with gay people is, say I'm male, but my feminine essence is the dominant part of me. Well, it would make sense to me that my feminine essence is the one that's attracted to men, whereas my masculine essence, it was stronger, would be attracted to women. And I think the same thing happens with females. So just something to consider. I've always been befuddled by this. I've never really believed in the brain stuff because they blame everything on our brains. So if you want to play with this, I take Wendy on dates a lot. You know, I got her a Butterfinger Blizzard yesterday, a Dairy Queen, and I don't want to become obese off of blizzards, although Wendy could have them every day. So we made a deal between my masculine side and my feminine side, and that's what the masculine can do. I said this before in a video when my rabbi laid out this quote: "A man without a woman is half a man, and a woman without a man is too much woman." What I said there was, I went literal initially when I heard that, but what Rabbi Joel is really talking about, a man without his feminine essence is just half a man because he needs both, and a woman without her masculine essence is too much woman. It's my masculine side that mitigates my feminine essence, because if it was up to her, I'd have a blizzard every day. Well, the same thing happens with females. Their masculine side needs to be there to mitigate their feminine essence, because the feminine essence is insatiable. And if you ever want to go to a wonderful website we've created, and it's all one word, it's bringingisraeltoamerica.com. And my brother and I did a wonderful free video. We've got some videos on there for male mentoring that are awesome, but there's a slight fee for that. But the video that we did for the feminine essence and the masculine essence for couples, when we work with couples, check that out sometime. I think we really did a good job. It's only a half hour, and you get a chance to see the twins in action. So start playing and thinking outside the box. They didn't tell us this. I know I wasn't given this information growing up. I had to be really masculine like John Wayne. I wasn't allowed to cry. I wasn't allowed to do my nails. I wasn't allowed to have a ponytail. I'm so aware of my feminine essence and masculine essence, and I know when one is getting too strong at the expense of another one. Ideally, you want to find activities that both essences enjoy. Like when I sit out here at the pool, Wendy's enjoying the pool, she's enjoying the sunshine, getting a sunburn, or suntan hopefully, whereas Tom, my masculine essence, is reading a book because he's getting educated and learning things, and that comes from the male side. Keep that in mind when we talk about this. Every gender has a masculine and feminine essence. If you want to do some research, Carl Jung did a beautiful job in some of his books. He called it the Anima, the feminine, and the Animus, the masculine. But to be whole, we have to be in touch with both sides. Let's quit playing just women, or let's just quit playing men, and let's be whole humans having a whole relationship with someone else. You know, when I was younger, I wasn't as wise as I am today, and I would date women that were only into their feminine essence. Well, when we had a job to do or we had to get something going, it felt like I was being abandoned because my masculine was there, but hers wasn't. Now, when we went out and had fun and partied and danced and that, they were great to be with because their feminine essence was rolling and rocking and doing everything else. But without their masculine, and the same thing happens for women. If they're married to a guy who's got a lot of masculine essence, but he's kind of repressed his feminine essence, she feels like she's alone sometimes in that relationship because the girls just want to chat, and what's he doing? He's talking to her from his masculine side, trying to figure it out or fix her and all that. Women detest that. They don't want to be fixed. They know how to fix themselves. They know how to help themselves. They just want to be heard. My masculine side, I did something recently. I was talking to Reverend Geraldine at Unity and Debbie, the secretary, and they were going on and on about a situation. And I could feel my masculine side wanting to chime in and figure it out and give them suggestions. But I kept a lid on that, and I just allowed my feminine essence to be there, to be nurturing, to be compassionate, to be supportive without trying to fix anything. And I knew, guys, I knew it in my gut, if I tried to go masculine, I would have lost them. All right, Eli signing off. If you like what we're doing here on this channel, make your friends aware of it. It's nothing new, but it's been hidden for a long time. And if we're fixing the fall of Adam individually and we want to restore reality to pre-fall, we have to be aware and in touch with both of our essences. Okay, God bless.